Remember when trucks were actually useful? Yeah, not these days. Modern pickups have become bloated beasts, towering over everything on the road. But here's the kicker. They're less practical than ever. In this video, we're pitting a nimble 90s compact truck against a massive 2023 behemoth in real-world challenges. You won't believe how the old-timer outperforms its fancy new cousin. Stick around to see which truck truly gets the job done. Picture this, a 1990 Toyota pickup parked next to a 2023 Tundra. The new truck is a beast, towering over its ancestor like a skyscraper next to a bungalow. But here's the thing. Despite its massive size, the new Tundra's bed is actually smaller. Could someone remind me what we buy pickup trucks for again? Listen, back in the 90s, trucks like the Toyota Tacoma had beds around 73 inches long. Fast forward to today, and the 2023 Tundra's short bed is just 67.4 inches. That's almost half a foot shorter. And it gets worse. With some crew cab models, we're talking beds as tiny as 5.5 feet. The bed is shrinking while the rest of the truck balloons. Now, you might be thinking, so what? A few inches doesn't matter. But trust me, brother, they do. Try loading up a standard 4x8 sheet of plywood into one of these new trucks. It's like trying to fit an elephant into a Mini Cooper. And don't even get me started on ladders. You'll need a degree in engineering just to figure out how to secure them properly. It's ridiculous. But why are truck makers doing this? Simple. They're not selling work trucks anymore. They're selling luxury vehicles with a bed attached. These days, it's all about crew cabs, leather seats, and infotainment systems that could launch a space shuttle. The bed? Nothing but an afterthought. The real reason behind these design changes isn't about luxury. It's about a shift in how we use trucks. Back in the day, pickups were workhorses, man. Now, they're family vehicles, status symbols, and weekend warriors all rolled into one. Suddenly, trucks could comfortably seat 5 or 6 people. Families loved it, commuters loved it, and just like that, the pickup truck went from job site to school run. To make room for those extra seats, something had to give, and that something was the bed. But the shrinking bed is just the start of our truck transformation story. There's a whole lot more going on with these modern behemoths, and not all of it is pretty. Stick around because we're about to dive into some seriously eye-opening stuff about today's pickups. Trucks used to be simple, boxy workhorses, but those days are over. Now, as you walk down the street and a new pickup rolls by, it's massive, polished, and potentially dangerous? Yeah, the surprising truth about modern truck design has pedestrians and cyclists more at risk than ever before. Let's be honest, these new trucks are monsters. They're taller, wider, and bulkier than ever before. And here's the scary part. Drivers can barely see what's around them. But it gets so much worse. These giant trucks aren't just blocking views. They're actually killing people. The numbers are shocking. Pedestrian and cyclist deaths involving large trucks have skyrocketed in the recent years. It's not just a coincidence. It is a direct result of these oversized designs. Here's the thing. These trucks have massive blind spots. We're talking about huge areas around the vehicle where the driver just can't see a thing. And it's not just in front. We're talking all around the truck. Sides, back, even right in front of the bumper. A small car, a cyclist, or a kid on a scooter. They might as well be invisible. But watch carefully because there may be hope on the horizon. Some car makers are finally waking up to this problem. They're starting to add new safety tech to these trucks. We're talking 360-degree cameras, pedestrian detection systems, the works. A spokesperson from Ford even admitted that they are aware of the safety issues. They say the shift to bigger trucks is all about what customers want. The purposeful look and high ground clearance, but they're working on making these giants safer for everyone on the road. And here's the million-dollar question though. If these massive trucks are so dangerous, why do people keep buying them? Well, buckle up because that's exactly what we're going to explore next. The answer might surprise you, and it says a lot about what's really driving the truck market these days. I'd like to introduce you to Jimmy, the suburban dad whose shiny new pickup has never seen a day of work in its life. Jimmy's truck bed is in absolute pristine condition, never once being used to carry tools, machinery, or to even move furniture. You can find Jimmy on weekends cleaning the truck bed. Why, Jimmy, why? But Jimmy's not alone. The truck market has changed big time. These days, it's not just construction workers and farmers buying pickups. It's office workers, soccer moms, and weekend warriors. And here's the kicker. Many of these new truck owners rarely, if ever, use their vehicles for hauling or towing. So, why are people like Jimmy dropping serious cash on these massive machines? It's all in our heads. There's something about driving a big, powerful truck that makes us feel safe and in control. Let's be honest, who doesn't want to feel like the king of the road? Watch carefully though, because this trend is having some major impacts. All these big trucks guzzling gas? Not great for the environment. And with prices skyrocketing, it's putting a serious dent in people's wallets. But here's the thing. People keep buying them anyway. Car companies aren't dumb. They've seen how much people love these trucks, and they're cashing in big time. The profit margins on luxury trucks are way higher than on regular cars, so they're pumping out ads that show the trucks conquering mountains and cruising through cities, all while looking sleek and stylish. They're selling a lifestyle, not just a vehicle. But there's more to this story than just clever marketing. The way trucks are designed and built has changed dramatically, and it's not all about what customers want. Stick around, because we're about to dive into the surprising reasons behind the continued growth of truck sizes. Trust me, it is not what you think. What if I told you that making trucks bigger actually helps car companies meet fuel efficiency standards? Sounds crazy, but it's true. This isn't some wild conspiracy theory. Here's the deal. In the US, we have these things called footprint-based fuel economy regulations. Basically, the government looks at a truck's wheelbase and how wide its tires are to figure out how fuel efficient it needs to be. The bigger the footprint, the easier the fuel economy target. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Car companies figured out this loophole pretty quick. They realized that if they made trucks bigger, they could actually get away with worse fuel economy. Dan Edmonds, a big shot at Edmonds.com, says this is why trucks keep stretching out and getting wider. They're not just doing it for looks, they're doing it to beat the system. But wait, there's more. This isn't happening everywhere. In Europe and China, they are not messing around with their fuel rules. Over there, if you make a bigger truck, you better make sure it's still sipping fuel like a small car. That's why you don't see monster trucks roaming the streets of Paris or Beijing. The whole situation is changing how cars are designed and built. And let's be honest, it's not great for the environment. We are basically telling car companies, hey, go ahead and make bigger, thirstier vehicles. So, what's the result of all this? Trucks keep getting bigger and bigger. It's like they're on steroids. Car companies keep stretching wheelbases, widening tracks, and laughing all the way to the bank. Meanwhile, the rest of us are stuck dealing with these road-hogging behemoths. So, we've seen how pickup trucks have grown from humble workhorses to the towering behemoths they are today. It's not just about bigger engines or fancier features, it's a reflection of how America has changed. These trucks tell a story about our culture, our regulations, and even our cities. Here's the thing, your choice of vehicle impacts more than just your wallet. It affects safety on our streets, the air we breathe, and even how our cities are designed. Remember Jimmy, our suburban dad with the $70,000 truck? His choice ripples out in ways that he may not even realize. But the future of trucks isn't set in stone. Electric pickups are coming, and they're shaking things up. Take the Ford Maverick. It's compact, efficient, and people love it. It's proof that bigger doesn't always mean better. As battery tech improves, we might see a comeback of smaller, more practical trucks that still get the job done. We all want a future where trucks are powerful and capable, but also safer for everyone on the road and kinder to our planet. The truck of tomorrow might look very different from today's giants, but it'll still have that can-do spirit we all love.